Sound check. Okay. Good day. Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Especially to those who are preparing or we are reviewing for the Master Plumber Board Exam. Parang mali yata yung pagkaka-record ko kanina. Ng all screen, no? Kaya dapat window lang pala. Pero I'll try na lang. Sa mga hindi pa po nakaka-subscribe sa channel ko, please subscribe to this my channel, no? Click subscribe, click all notification bell button. Naturalize ko lang muna yung sounds na maingay sa labas. Then please subscribe also to MCGI channel, the best principles of economics MCGI channel. Sorry, maingay. Okay, click. Ito muna, commercial muna tayo habang maingay. Green Friend Forever for Environmental Planning Board Planner or Environmental Planning Board Exam. Please click the join button. This button join to get access to membership perks. Please disregard na lang yung mga pinopromote ko nung nakaraan. Nandito na sa perks, no? Kayo na lang pipili. Yan. And encourage you to join Civil Engineers of Caloocan City. Those working, living in Caloocan City, no? For the establishment of the chapter. Ang topic natin is bakit 6 to 10? Ay, hindi po yan. 11 to 14 tayo. 11 to 14. Ito na. Nagkamali si McCoy. Nakita na naman yung mukha ko. Napapakita. Ito po yung topic natin. Heat capacity. Hotel bookings and reservation nationwide, Red Doors and Hotels and Affiliates. You can message me na messenger and the number, this number, no? This number. Ito po yung mga kwarto ng Red Doors. Maganda po yan, nakapag na ako sa Kalibo. Then, you can reserve and book a pay at the hotel or reserve or pay online in the link I will provide. Ito, 4 question lang tayo. Sana hindi maingay yung background. Sobrang ingay. Yes. Sorry. Heat capacity is an intrinsic physical property of a substance that measures the amount of heat required to change that substance's temperature by a given amount. In the International System of Units, or SI, heat capacity is expressed in units of joules per Kelvin or joules per kilogram degree Kelvin. Heat capacity is an extensive property, meaning that it is dependent upon the size or mass of the sample. For instance, a sample containing twice the amount of substance as another sample would require twice the amount of heat energy, or the Q. To achieve the same change in temperature, yan, delta T, as the required to change the temperature of the first sample. Question number, ito pala yung formula. Q is equal to MC times quantity of T1 minus T2. Q is the heat energy, M is the mass of the object, C is the specific heat capacity, T2 is the initial temperature of the object, and T1, no? T2 is the final temperature of the object. Specific heat capacity of water, 4,190 joules per kilogram degree Celsius sa water, sa ice, 2,100, aluminum, 8,950 sa copper, 390 sa iron, 130. Note, 1 calorie is equal to 0.184 joules. 1 BTU British thermal units equal to 1,055.06 joules. Question number 11. A block of cast iron having a mass of 8 kg cools from a temperature of 100 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius. How much of energy is lost by the cast iron? Assume the heat capacity of iron is 500 joules per kilogram degrees Celsius. Quantity of heat energy, ito po yung formula. Q is equal to MC times the quantity of T2 minus T1 squared. Q is equal to 8 na mass times 500. No? Ito. 500 specific heat capacity. Then, bakit ito po yung initial temperature, then the final, 100 degrees Celsius. Kung minultiply natin yan, negative yung lalabas kasi mas mataas yung final. No? Negative 360 joules. Yan. The heat energy is equal to negative 341.21 BTU. Convert natin yung joules sa BTU. Excuse me. Yan ang live. Ay, recording ko pala. 11. Some lead having a specific heat capacity of 135 joules per kilogram degrees Celsius is heated from 25 degrees Celsius to its melting point at 327 degrees Celsius. The quantity of heat required is 795 kilojoules. Determine the mass of the lead. Yun, mass of the lead. Yan pa rin yung formula, no? Q is equal to MC times the quantity of T2 minus T1. Ayan, 795,000 heat. Ito. From joules to kilojoules, from kilojoules to joules, no? Then the mass. Ang hinahanap natin is mass, no? The specific heat capacity is 135 from 327 degrees Celsius minus 25 degrees Celsius. So, ngayon, mas mataas na yung T2, no? Yung degree niya. 32 minus T1, yan. If we multiply this and transpose, the answer is 19.4996 kilogram. (13) 273 kilojoules of heat energy are required to raise the temperature of 15 kg of copper from 15 degrees Celsius to 90 degrees Celsius. Determine the specific heat capacity of the copper. So, ayan pa rin yung formula, no? The heat capacity, 273 kilojoules. Gagawin natin joules, kaya 273,000. Is equal to 15, the mass. Yan, kilogram of copper. The heat energy, no? Heat capacity, specific heat capacity yung hinahanap, C. Then the final temperature 90 and the initial temperature is 15. So if we compute that, ito yung lalabas, 242.677 joules per kilogram degree Celsius. Joules, kilogram, then degree Celsius. Okay, 14. Copper container of mass 500 grams contains 1 liter of water at 200 degree Kelvin. Calculate the quantity of heat required to raise the temperature of the water and container to boiling point. Assume that there are no heat losses. Heat required for water. Ayan. Density times mass over volume is equal to mass over volume. Density 1,000 is equal to mass over 0.01. The volume M is equal to 1 kilogram. So, ito yung formula no kanina. Is heat energy, no? Heat energy, mass times specific heat capacity, final temperature, initial temperature. The mass is 1. The specific heat capacity is 4190. Wow. Ito yun. Ito yung 4190 kanina. Yan. Joules per kilogram degree Celsius. Specific heat capacity of water. Then, final temperature, 373 minus 280. Yan, nakuha yun. Yan, 280 degree Kelvin. Calculate, a copper container must contains 1 liter of water at 1. Calculate the quantity to raise the temperature of water and the container to boiling point. So, pag degree Kelvin ang lumalabas, no? Ang boiling point ng water in degree Kelvin is 373 degree Kelvin, no? Kaya yan, 280, yan. From 280, nag-boiling point siya. Kaya 373 minus 280. And we compute that, yung lumabas, 389,670 joules or 389.67 kilojoules. For copper container naman, the mass is 0.5 or yan, kilograms. Ito yan, 500 grams. Then, 390. Saan nakuha yung specific heat energy na 390? Ito yun. Specific heat capacity, 390 joules per kilogram degree Celsius. Then, final temperature minus initial temperature, 373 minus 280. Then, if we multiply this, the answer is 18,135 joules or 18.135 kilojoules. Total quantity of heat required, no? Heat energy ng water plus sa copper. 389.67 plus 18.135. Answer is 407.805 kilojoules. Ito na yan, no? And kanina, ito na pala yung note, hinanap ko pa. No? Boiling point of water, T2, 373 degree Kelvin. See? Specific heat, no? Heat energy ng water is 4190. Ito yun. Heat capacity ng water din sa copper. And hanggang dyan, nagtatapos yung ating session for today. Thank you very much. See you in the next session. Ang next session natin is 15 to 20, no? 5 questions din siya with computations, kinematic equations. Yan. For hotel bookings and reservation nationwide, Red Door, Sands Hotels, and affiliates, you can message me in this number. Thank you very much and see you in the next session.